I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said it in a coy way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something about me and my expression that just doesn't come. I think I stay guarded. I definitely keep up a guard because I don't quite trust men to give me what I want. I think that I'm going to be proven wrong, and that I can't quite trust myself, I guess.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So translation, as a guy who's been out here, she's fucked a lot of chicks' boyfriends. Alright, welcome to the world class. Bay, more consecrated and appointed missionary, and more sons, Temple of America. Today, had to go over this, man. This is a little old, happened like last week, but active listening skills is important. Discernment is important. Learning how to distinguish authenticity from propaganda is important. To be able to look behind the veil. So Melanie King has this young lady named Caroline. I don't know, she's maybe like Latin European mix or whatever she got going on, but I thought this was an interesting conversation. Some things we're gonna have to pull out, man. You know, I got my take on it, but without further ado, let's get into it.
What you got for me tonight, Caroline? I got ladies tonight, y'all.
She's the reason for the word witch. Witch.
Oh, okay. Never mind. All right.
So that's a red flag right away. Yeah, since we're doing red flags. Shout out to the Moors.
Wait, is that what people say about you?
I am sort of a witch, yes. No, I'm not.
Wait. You gotta explain that to me.
Please watch the mannerisms, the little statements like she's making right now. Pay attention, man. Watch the mannerisms. Mannerisms.
I'm very open about my intentions all the time. Very clear about what I'm doing.
What does it make you a witch?
Facts.
Mm,
Doesn't make any sense.
I think that there can be some coy tactics that I put forward, and men are not always clear what I'm looking for.
Which is a defense mechanism. Is it a defense mechanism because you were hurt, or was it a defense mechanism because you are a type of person who hurts?
And sometimes I'll I'll just kind of spiral out into some other dimension, and then they'll get really confused and think that I'm manipulating them, or not quite centered.
Look at Melanie. Like, what the fuck are you talking about right now?
All right.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Good question.
I'm very young.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Who the fuck thinks very young is 26? Who? I don't.
Is that your real age?
Yeah. Do I look younger?
No, because the way you said it, it was kind of like I thought you were, but like there was like some type of secret behind it because of the way you were.
You were a seeker, so that's it. I mean that's not it, but that's what I really want to try to look at in terms of these mannerisms. This is the mannerisms of people that have secrets and always got to put on a false face, but desperate to be seen and heard. You know what I mean, you can't hide it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So 26,
exactly. It's like
and where
it comes off like I have secrets, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said it in a coy way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something about me and my expression that just doesn't come. I think I stay guarded. I definitely keep up a guard because I don't quite trust men to give me what I want. I think that I'm going to be proven wrong, and that I can't quite trust myself, I guess.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So translation, as a guy who's been out here, she's fucked a lot of chicks' boyfriends. That's what that means. Yeah, so she's fucked a lot of people's boyfriends, and this is how they hide and guise and veil shit. And it's dumb that you associate those two things when Melanie herself just called you coy. So it can't be about guys. It's just how you are. You know what I'm saying? And then she's trying to, I don't know what to call it, but you know, chicks like her, I'll just say that, they want to be in control of the punishment. So she says three things that really doesn't make any sense. Guys, I think it's me, but yeah, it's me, because she knows what the response is going to be because of how she's read Melanie actually ask her questions and fish through her bullshit.
Well, let me hold on. Let's get into this. Well, where are you located?
So I'm between Washington, D.C. I actually grew up in
Woo!
D.C.
DMV in
Yeah.
the house. Hey.
Yeah,
Like one of my cousins and them, y'all. Okay, go ahead.
exactly. So DMV, and then
For the record, those of us in Baltimore, we don't like that. We don't want to be a part of that. I mean, the rest of y'all can't. We don't. Most of us don't like that. DMV in Baltimore, y'all down there.
LA too. That's also where I'm
I was about to
based.
say LA because you
Yeah.
sound like you don't sound DC. You
But to be between DC and LA is wow. It's a lot of miles between that. So you between the two is pretty interesting. 304 vibes, right?
sound LA.
Well, yes, I've converted.
I can tell. This is LA. This is LA. The affect and the way you speak and the things like that. It has a LA vibe. I was like, this is not DC because DC is a whole different thing.
That's why my family doesn't understand me either.
Okay, so you're out in. Are you
She done blame men. She done blame family. She blamed herself. Not a defense.
in LA right now?
No, right now I'm traveling. Thailand.
Okay, and what do you do?
So I'm actually working for a matchmaking agency, and I do intake calls. Yeah, I do intake calls for people that are mostly based in Silicon Valley, like socially awkward men that are in tech and don't have time for dating apps. So I do their intake calls and get their
What?
What? Okay, what?
What? That's the way you explain that. I don't understand. Well, if they got to be on the phone anyway, why wouldn't they just be on the app and just fill out it? If they in tech, they know how to type. Like I don't understand. What? That doesn't. Well, I don't. All you got to do is put in information. All right, I've never been on a date app. Maybe you got to write an essay. I have no idea. It just doesn't seem like so. That they know how to type and code and shit. Why wouldn't they just type the shit in real fast versus relaying it? I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. I'll just go ahead and say that because it sounds stupid to me.
profile started. So that's actually how I found Kevin. And then I found you through Kevin.
Oh, okay. All right. What'd you think
Yeah.
about Kevin? What'd you think about Kevin?
Listen up.
Be
Well,
honest.
he was a
Be
deeply
dead honest.
Oh, I loved him. I had deep
Oh.
love for that man. Deep
Oh,
love.
really?
Like I felt like we had some karmic connection. Like there was just it was his voice, like the way his voice like resonated as truth in my system. Like it was just like I felt extremely feminine in my body when I was listening to him. Like
Example. Get the fuck off my phone, bitch.
A lot to unpack right there. A lot. Here's the thing. So this little I'm gonna say white girl that travels between Washington D.C. and California and does intake for tech guys based in Silicon Valley, who's now traveling through Thailand. Heard Kevin Samuels, which is where she found Melanie King from, which is why she's on the show. He spoke, it just resonated with her that deeply. And the sad part is there's some truth to what she's saying in terms of how women are. And the bullshit is that it resonates with you because you're in search of something because this is a 304. I'm highlighting this part because this is something dudes need to understand about a lot of you. Like I've been in this space for a minute, and I realized almost none of y'all understand who women are as it relates to you or hoe or chick. No matter what you call them, y'all really don't understand the relationship between you. What she said is the standard. It's the standard. But they only get to the standard when they 304s like her. This is any real nigga know that this is a hoe. This is some shit that she gonna explain the shit. But you have to understand. That's why this video is a little long. Because I need y'all to get and be able to recognize things, right? Be able to distinguish authenticity from propaganda. Pay attention to these things. Stop dealing with women that don't have this. You understand? She made up this karmic connection in her body because she's fantasizing about what they deeply want. A woman knows who she belongs to, right? I'm gonna say it again. A woman knows who she belongs to. She knows who owns her. And because a lot of chicks in the US have been alienated from their father, they don't understand this process. That's why there's a lot of standards that need to be created with men. We'll do the best we can to go through them. One of them is we need to stop dealing with chicks that haven't been raised by their father. Which excludes a lot of chicks. I get it. But you don't even have the propensity or the potential. I should say you don't have the reasonable propensity or potential to think you're going to have a human being, let alone a wife, live with you when where she comes from, she don't know nothing about it, which is her dad. You need to start alienating females that come from households that is based off alienation, but they have a track record of alienation because you get chicks like her. They'll be honest after they've been 304s. When an average chick knows that. The women that I've been talking to last, I think, 6 years, they know who they belong to. And I don't tolerate shit. I'm not talking to you 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So I'll just dismiss you and stop talking to you. They'll keep calling. They'll keep inboxing. Because they know how they were treated. And you know who you belong to. I'm not about to cuss you out. I'm not about to go through all of that shit and track you down. Or do you already know what you did? I don't fuck with you because of what you did. We're not going to keep going back and forth. Time didn't change the fact that you did something prior to the time that you waited to jump back in my inbox and shit. But don't miss the fact. The shit she's saying is a thing. You're going to go over this part. All right? You're going to be able to, she's going to explain to you that she's I don't know what Melanie King, I don't know if she gets that or not. I don't know the lady. I've never talked to her off camera, but this is a bad one too. And I just needed y'all to hear that part. But I want to go over this part. Let's listen to this part again. It's bullshit that she's saying.
My own myself, I guess. On Valley, like socially awkward men that are in tech and don't have time for dating apps. So I do their intake calls and get their profile started. So that's actually how I found Kevin. And then I found you through Kevin.
Oh, okay. All right. What'd you think about Kevin? What'd you think about Kevin? Be honest.
He was a deeply
dead honest.
Oh, I loved him. I had deep love for that man. Deep
really?
love. Like I felt like we had a karmic
deep love. Oh really? Why? Because she's been so sweet. Because this sounds like bullshit. But she said she found Kevin through doing the dating apps. Right? Setting up profiles. And I guess setting up the profiles maybe gave a man a recommendation. I have no idea. She didn't explain.
We had some karmic connection. Like there was it was his voice, like the way his voice like resonated as truth in my system. Like it was just like I felt extremely feminine in my body when I was listening to him. Like I couldn't even argue with him, even if I wanted to. It was like, okay, this man knows what he's talking about. He believes himself. And yeah, I didn't really feel.
Because there's no niggas in the tech that believe in themselves and know what they're talking about. You can find a nigga like that at the store.
a need
Fuck
to
Stupid
go
shit.
back and forth with his ideas. I took them for what they were. I was interested in.
If you didn't go back and forth, how could you take them for what they were? You don't even know what they are because you just accepted it, dumb. Saying stupid shit. It's whole shit.
Elaborating on them. Sometimes I would repost what he would share and see what other people had to say. Yeah, but it was
Did
just
any of your any friends, any girlfriends, did they respond negatively if you posting his stuff?
um, I think if anything, some of my girlfriends were like, "What do you have to say about it? Like, why do you just post this man's stuff without refuting it or without refuting it?" And then I would just say, "Well, I'm curious what you guys have to say." And they're like, "Well, I want to know what you have to say, Caroline." And
Really? So, all right. So they will be upset with you. But let me ask you. Actually, I have to get the deets. I do this with everyone. How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
How much do you weigh? Well, yeah. How much do you weigh?
I'm like 140.
Okay. And what would you say your body type is?
I grew up as a cheerleader and a gymnast, and now I'm like mildly active. So I would say I'm like an average, relatively curvy body type.
Okay. All
Oh my
right.
God.
Any children?
So she got her titties ready for Melanie King. She might be a white girl with ass. I don't know. I have no idea. This is all. This is a 304. Like, you just so used to doing whole shit, you just try to show another chick with titties, your titties, thinking, you know, because hoes do that. Melanie King is on the, you know, she on the, I got a congregation to, you know, when they do this, they many pop. She not, she ain't feeding into it. Watch her face right now.
I do not have children. No.
Okay. And when was your last relationship?
That's one of the reasons I'm calling in. I have never been in like a serious relationship.
26 years old, never been in a real relationship. Because you're 304. Because you are our girl. That's why. You think I'm playing? All this. Listen, I know the streets. I know how it is out here. Mia Boricua. I got these lips. I've been out here. I know a whole mess. Especially when they start talking. I gotta start. It's like case study. This is extremely important. This should have went viral, but I'm gonna do it. I want y'all to do it. You know, some of you content creators that's gonna see this. Try to go over and see if it's worthy for you. Link will be in the description. Gotta start spotting these chicks. Now, me personally, right? I don't find her attractive because I don't find European chicks attractive sexually at all. Never have in my life. I don't like the way their face looks. Y'all may think she's attractive. I can't stand to look at her. Melanie looks amazing. I'm literally listening to this video and looking at Melanie and listening to her. I ain't gonna sit there with you because Melanie looks fucking awesome. This girl irritates me because she's just dingbat and stupid. Yeah, man. 26 years old, never been in a real relationship. It's just adding up. I mean, how many red flags can you have?
Ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You've never been in a serious relationship. Why do you think you've never been in a serious relationship? Have you wanted one?
Yes, I've wanted one. I think I'm just very guarded. I think that it's hard to read. I'm very hard to read.
Are you done? Are you done?
No, you're not. Look at Melanie eye. It's the eye for me. It's the eye. It's the eye. Like, what do you? It's that eye. That eye. It's the lies way down on this one little eye. She's like, wait a minute. Let me just let her get away with this. Like, now she's probably looking at the chat, but no, I can't take it. See, and this is another again, master mannerisms. When people look up to the left, like this, they fabricate. They're creating shit. She's just saying shit. I think I'm just guarded. It worked the last time I said, and you ain't challenged me. So now she's starting to isolate words that she can say to not be challenged. And since it worked again, you didn't have no plan past that because she expects to be caught. She's up here to be caught. She's up on the show to be caught. That's how they operate. Because they know they living reckless. 26 years old, never had a real relationship, but you fucking. You go, how you know she fucking? Because she's. Don't worry about it.
Men have given me a lot of feedback. They just said that I'm a control freak and it would be very hard to live with me. So dating is fine. I've dated men I have some men still that.
What you think dated mean? What you think some men mean if she never been in a real relationship? Girl's been fucking. Or people fucking her.
Good friends that I've dated for years on and off. Like we go through phases where we're seeing each other for a few months.
Niggas she been fucking for years.
And then not seeing each other and just like open relationships. But
yes, that's exactly what I mean.
My nigga.
Bitch, you got to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy, bitch. A freak. You got a face on that mother could love and she died so she wouldn't have to look at it no more.
You was fucking a nigga when he got another girlfriend. That's what you. I hate liars.
nothing that was like monogamous and like stable and enduring.
Do you want? What do you want? Do you want to get married one day?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
When
in
you-
this for marriage. Yeah.
When do you want to get married?
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I would say around my Saturn return, like 30, 31.
Saturn return.
Well, you know, geriatric pregnancy is at 35. So you want to get married at 30, 31. Why so late?
She's prepared to waste 5 more years.
You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
You can't make this goofy, stupid, retarded, satanic shit the fuck up. 26 years old. You want to get married, but you want to wait 5 years later. That's like I want to eat. I'm gonna wait to 7 days from now. I'm hungry right now. I'm gonna wait 7 days to eat, just to be stupid. Are you fasting? Nah, I'm just wait 7 days. Makes sense. I really want to get married right now. I really want to get married right now, 5 years from now. Yeah, that fucking shit is stupid. That's dumb shit.
Yeah, I mean, if I met the right guy,
Why do y'all say that? Why do y'all say what right guy? What guy respects you to wait for 5 years to marry you? What are you talking about? If you talk about meeting him 5 years from now, what do you think he's gonna be doing? Making a bunch of money for you and he don't know you? Why do y'all say stupid shit like that? Why? I gotta get it. Why do y'all say stupid shit like this? It's dumb. Well, man, it's gonna have respect for you talking like this. It's goofy.
and I thought that I did recently. I'm an actress, and I didn't tell you that earlier as my job because I'm not really getting paid for it right now.
You're not an actress.
But yeah, I was recently in a musical comedy with my director. I fell in love with my director, and I was like, okay, I could see if I dated him for like 3 months or 3 to 6 months, like getting married. I don't need to wait.
She was dating. That's I say 8 niggas. She was in on and off relationships. That's at least 2. That's 10. Then she had open relationships. That's separate. That's another 12. Her director, she's an actor. It's more than one director. It's at least 2. In a sense, it's 14 niggas. at a minimum. That she 14 different niggas and she fuck. And she fucks girls, I promise you. She fucks girls too. Listen, I was kind of I wanted to wait. This is the she didn't have trains ran on her. This is a true 304. She didn't have trains ran on. This is a chick. Listen to the language. This is a chick that dudes run trains on. She don't feel good enough for marriage. That's why she want to wait long. If I accomplish something, maybe I'll be good enough for him. Good enough for this big, not even him. Good enough for this big ideal I have in my mind to allow myself to enjoy being married because it's so big in my mind and I've been so low in my life. That's what this is about. Don't take psychology to understand that. I got a brain just like you got a brain. Know how people think. So you're easy to read, little girl. And you have to understand with everything that I say and the way I say it, it's always people are prepared to lie about the stuff that I'm telling you. They are prepared. Their self-worth and identity and confidence is based off being prepared to lie about it.
But what happened with him was that he said I reminded him of his ex and was just constantly telling me stories about his ex, and I was sort of like his shrink in a sense, and I was like, okay, this is not.
That means you're not special. You don't stand out. If you remind him of another chick, we say what we mean.
Going down the right path, like the polarity is gone. There's no more sexual tension because I'm constantly like.
Give you an example. A young lady that I speak to on a regular. I tell her she remind me of her. She remind me of my grandmother. Well, my grandmother's not somebody I fuck. And in fact, my grandmother is one of my favorite girls ever. God baby, my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same if I told her she remind me of this chick I used to fuck in the spring of fucking 2007. You know what I mean? It's not the same. So for a nigga to be telling you you remind him of a chick, it means you're not special. So if you're not special, chances of him wanting to marry you is extremely low. I've already had you and it has not worked. So why would I want to do it again? So it's like, well, he shouldn't have messed with her in the first place. You don't know people till after 90 days. And I mean 90 days of being with them. You don't really know anybody. It takes some time to be around a person that long to find out who they are. That's why we got a thing called red flags. Oh, that looks similar, I'm out. But that could be completely different. Just like genes, you can get the same genes, but they can express, have distinct expressions, aka epigenetics. So it's not a light thing that she's saying. I didn't want to just go, let that moment pass. You have to understand
that. Reactivating, like triggering him. So he kind of lost the passion. I lost the passion. The musical was over and he was like, okay, maybe we were just projecting this fantasy, this romance onto each other, but it was really our passion for our art that was what we were feeling, was the passion for what we were creating.
Men, do not do this. Do not get into a bullshit way to explain failure for her own comfort. Do not participate in this. This is stupid shit. Y'all breakup had nothing to do with your art. It didn't have anything to do with that. That shit's bullshit. We already explained what that was. It's because there's nothing special about you and I've already had you before in somebody else's flesh.
Creating, but not necessarily the passion for each other.
How long did you two date? How long did you two date?
I wouldn't even say we were dating. We were creating together. We were co-creating a musical comedy. We wrote it together.
They were fucking. You understand? She is going to pick up on the thing that women can see. I'm picking up on the shit that men can see. But we were just creating. It really wasn't even that's you a hoe. Y'all was just fucking. You were just a chick to fuck. That's it. You're nobody. Well, you're everybody. You're anybody. You're our girl. You belong to us. That's what I call them. Y'all got names for them 3 or 4. I just say you're our girl. You belong to the streets, y'all say. There's no other way to explain it. Can she ever be? I have no idea if she can ever be. But she can't be her. She got to stop being her. And the likelihood of a 26-year-old not being her, man, come on, what niggas going? You change yourself for 5 years, you 31. Oh, yeah, you really marriage material now. For who, though? A dude that's not destined for shit? Is that a marriage? Is it? Does he need to do that? Why he can deal with something 10 years younger? Regardless of how old he is. Why deal with you? You got a decade worth of miles on you. This is a chick, nigga, I can't emphasize enough that this is a chick that dudes run trains on. 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 guys fuck her at the same time. This type of chick she is. The chick you call up when your girl is getting on your nerves. She'll fuck you, give you head and shit while you want. Like, this is the type of chick that's like, right, like this you don't have no respect for. I'm not talking about monogamy. I'm not talking about polygamy. I'm not talking about some open. Like, this is a chick that you just fucking discard. You fuck her the first day, she's attached to you because she got some bullshit in her head. Talking about we wrote a musical together and we were creating. No, bitch. You were the work wife. You were the work wife. You was something to fuck while niggas, you know, on the lunch break. Come in this trailer, put them drawers down.
Boom, the world class.